Well, I am happy to have Crosse Mayor Tim Kabat joining us again this morning ahead of tomorrow's City Council meeting. Thanks for being back with us.
You bet.
I feel like there's a lot to talk about this month, and first off, I wanted to get your opinion on the police candidates that were announced, the 3 finalists, all from locally here in our own department.
Well, we have really excellent candidates, and I think the Police and Fire Commission, they have a good challenge really with the quality that we have. So going through the applications and just knowing how critical this position is for not only the city of La Crosse but really the larger region, we were happy with the candidates and the interest that we received in the position, and now we'll see the next steps as they go through those interviews and how that all shakes out.
Okay, let's move on to the La Crosse Fire Station.
Sure.
And we've talked about this a few times here, that city leaders are going to vote to approve funding to replace that fire station number 4. Where are we at with that process?
So we're going through our capital budget for the upcoming year and really the next 5 years. The fire station funding is part of that. We are looking at creative ways to help finance and pull the resources together in order to make that happen, because it's not that North Side Fire Station really is kind of that first step. But when we look at all of our 4 existing stations, they all need attention in one way or another, whether that's a new station or a significant redo of the existing station. So this is important, though. It's an important first step. The capital budget gets addressed next week at the Plan Commission, and at least at this point, my hope and goal is to have significant funding in there for that first station, and then as you work through really the next several years to address all of the stations, it's going to be an ongoing, really an ongoing challenge. But it is critical that we get these stations updated, reflective of just sort of the modern world we live in, with the job that the firefighters have to do, the fact that they live there, so that's their their house while they're working for the city, and we want to make sure that we have a great, safe environment for everybody.
Speaking of ongoing challenge, so the La Crosse Center and the
Yes.
funding involved,
Yes.
some developments that have happened since the last time you were here, La Crosse County and Onalaska, they recently voted no to help pay for the project. Frustration with that, or is this an ongoing negotiation?
Well, I don't know that we're disappointed, obviously, as the city, but we understand at the local level, everybody's budgets are very tight, and so we're going to continue to work and look at possible options for how we could pull together larger regional funding for the center, because it does have an incredible annual impact, more than $40 million on our local and regional economy. So we are still looking at options, but we'll keep moving. That project is progressing, and we hope to be breaking ground yet at the end of this year.
Here soon. Students are back in session now. College kids are back in town, and we have some new parking issues going on.
Yes.
What are you hearing as far as reactions to that?
Well, I've heard a few complaints with the new paid on-street parking system, but at least some of the early information that we're getting back is that people are adjusting and they're using it, and we have noticed that just with our enforcement, and then the ability with that software is to really just get into more details of how people are using it. So we'll learn more as the school year progresses, and we've always said all along, it's a pilot program. We'll make tweaks and changes as we need to, but so far so good.
Okay, we wanted to finish up talking about No Small Matter. Now, the public is invited to come. If you haven't heard, this is a documentary about the importance of quality childcare early in life. It's been shown in La Crosse in the area a couple of times thanks to the efforts of the United Way and Sparks Collaborative, but I know you were asked to have another viewing of this.
Yes.
Why are we showing it again? What is important about this topic?
Well, I think we are learning just how critical it is for our youngest citizens, so those really from birth to the first 3 or 4 years of their life, just how critical our neighborhoods are, in schools and family support, and just all of those things that go into eventually becoming hopefully a productive citizen. So we wanted to show this because it does identify the challenges and some issues, and our city council is going to be viewing that next week, again, just to really kind of connect and affirm all the things that we are trying to do as a city and a community, and that it takes all of us. So it's, you know, it's really between city government, nonprofits, business, volunteers. It really does take, you know, our whole
Take
community.
a village.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
All right, Mayor, thank you so much once again for
You bet.
stopping by. We always
My
appreciate
pleasure.
hearing from you. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.